G'day guys, what's cracking? 2Aussie here again. Today, I've been seeing a lot of people doing fish and chips lately. Some guy doing a series about the best fish and chips in his area. So you know what? I've been eating a lot of burgers, pizzas, all sorts of things like that. I haven't had fish and chips for a while, so this is something I wanted to do for a while now. I just haven't got around to it. I want to see how good Red Rooster's fish and chips are. Now, I'm going to go and get this pack. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's the 3 pieces of fish, some chips, and apparently some mayo. Let's see if they can get that in the box. You never know, they'll probably miss out on it for me. But I don't know how much they are. Like I always say in my videos when I do Red Rooster, you don't know until you go in there what the prices are. They don't seem to want to share things with you on the app. So I'm going to head in there. I'm actually here now. I'm going to grab these fish and chips. I got to tell you, last time I had fish and chips, it was a while ago, and from my local fish and chip shop, and it was absolute trash. So hopefully I'll get something good this time, guys. So I'm going to run in there, grab them, and we'll check them out. Here it is, Red Rooster fish and chips. Now, guys, a lot of times I order stuff and they get it wrong. This one shouldn't be too difficult. 3 bits of fish and some chips. But I made sure the mayo was in the bag. Not a thing you usually get with fish and chips, mayo. Now, $10 these were. So really, if you look at that, the pieces of fish aren't that big, but that's the sort of stuff they put on their rolls. So they put 2 of them on a roll. So that's the fish, 3 bits of fish. So really, realistically, if you went to a fish and chip shop, that's probably about the size of 1 big piece of fish if you got a big one, which they usually give you in the fish and chip shop. $10 for this one. Chips. Nice chips, I like them. So, what I did too, grab myself a couple of packets of salt. Sea salt, just in case, but these are salted, so I'll keep them for another day. So I have to say, they are pretty greasy, but you know what? Most takeaway shops you go to, if you're going to buy fish and chips, they're probably going to be greasy anyway. So let's have a bit of a look inside. That's it there. Now, while I've just showing you this, guys, I was thinking of doing a little series of finding some great pies in my area, or good or bad. Let me know in the comments if you think that'd be a good idea. I wouldn't mind doing a series of looking for the great Australian meat pie. And if I get meat pies, like going to bakeries and stuff like that, I'll also chuck in a few things like sausage rolls, but the main thing will be to get a meat pie and then take it from there. So let's dig in, see if the chicken guys are any good at fish. It's not too bad, a bit plain, a bit average. So that's probably why they give you mayo, because the fish isn't great. This one isn't too good. Just doesn't have any flavor. I think if the batter had a bit more flavor. It looks good, even though it's small. I mean, I got 3 pieces for $10 with the chips. The chips, there's quite a few chips in there. Let's try with a bit of mayo, see how that goes down. Nice and crunchy. You can probably hear the crunch. That's herb mayo, so it's the herb mayo. Dip it in. Not bad. Now, I'm not too big on salt on things, but they put a pretty good amount of salt on those chips. Tastes pretty good. So I'm going to give this a rating for value. I'm going to give it probably 3.5. I can't see really $10 worth of value in there. 3.5 out of 5. Maybe for $7 that would be a much better deal. Just broke that one up, so I'll eat a bit more. But for taste, I'm probably going to give it the same 3.5. The fish is pretty tasteless. Don't know what sort of fish they use, and it probably is a good thing they gave me the mayo, because without the mayo this will be so bland. So I'll give this 3.5, actually 3 for taste, 3 stars out of 5 for taste, and 3.5 for value. I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting big things from this. I tried the fish roll before, and the fish roll is a soft roll with fish, a couple of pieces like this, fish, lettuce and mayo, and it tasted actually quite good. And it wasn't just the mayo that made it taste good. On that day the fish wasn't too bad. It's a little bit greasy. I don't know if you can see that on my fingers. Probably can. Not the best, but you know, it's fish and chips. It gets deep fried probably, so you can't expect too much there. So like I said, give it 3 for taste, 3 stars out of 5 for taste, 3.5 for value. Value is average. I mean, there's a lot of chips in there, but you really want probably a bit more fish too. One good thing about doing this video today about Red Rooster fish and chips, I was tempted. They have a family pack, I'm not sure how much it is, with 10 pieces of fish and a family sized chips and all this, like that sort of thing with it. I won't be doing that now because I know what the fish is like on its own. Not great. I don't know why I did that. I should be doing that, but not great. So guys, I wouldn't recommend Red Rooster's fish and chips. The idea of the video was, can the fish and chips guys, not fish and chips, can the chicken guys do fish and chips? Well, we know they can do chips. The chips are pretty good, but the fish, not great. There's our last piece. It looks good. It's a bit greasy, but you know, like I said, all fish and chips greasy. It doesn't matter if you buy fish and chips or fish cakes or what it is, it's usually greasy from the fish and chip shop. So you can't expect much more than that, any more than that. So third piece, still tastes pretty bland. Highly wouldn't recommend it. Chicken's good, but not the fish. The chips taste like with mayo. Never tried that before. Let's give it a go. Herb mayo. Let's give it a go. Drop the chip in there then. Probably not something I'll do again, herb mayo with chips. Even though I didn't give this a great score, there was a lot of chips in there. And the chips are pretty good, they're not bad. It's all the chips still in there, and I've eaten about half of them, so that's pretty good. Not bad with that. So anyway guys, that's the end of the video. I probably wouldn't go and do that again, eat fish and chips from Red Rooster, but they do have a lot of good products, so that's a good thing. You know, I'll be back again. This was just a bit of a see what the fish and chips are like. Okay guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Remember, you can never be too Aussie. Hooroo!